Okay, here we are installing a Hayward return this time, different than the jacuzzi returns. Now, Hayward is different in the respect that a jacuzzi return will have a gasket underside of the liner and on top of the liner. Now, Hayward, when you buy the return faceplates, they often come with two gaskets, so you think, oh, must need to use two. They're actually not designed to use two, they're designed to use one. If you use two, basically what happens is when you tighten down your screws, there's too much room for compression, and it creates spider cracks at all of the where the screws are. So in this situation, on top of the liner with a Hayward return, we already have one gasket underneath the liner, no gaskets over top, and the return fitting just goes straight on. So similar to the jacuzzi style, the process is using your fingers, locate the holes. If you can't feel the holes because it's the liner's cold, then use some boiling water to assist you. Be absolutely certain you've located the hole before you puncture the liner. Obviously you don't want to put a hole in the wrong spot. That's us right there. So I've used a number 1 Phillips to make a hole. And now I'm going to switch to a number 3 Phillips, which is the large Phillips. And we don't want to go tight yet, we just want to get it started. So there we go, we're started now. And I can feel where the return is, so I follow that and I should locate another hole here, which is right there. There we go, second hole made. Okay, so now that we've got 2 screws, we can go a little bit tighter to get the faceplate to sit flat on the wall. Now switch back to the number 1 Phillips, or an awl works as well. 2 holes. Now the Hayward faceplates are not as thick, not as sturdy and durable as the jacuzzi, so you don't want to crank these down super tight or it's very likely going to crack the faceplate. And if not now, it'll crack in a year or two once the plastic becomes a little more brittle. Using a new razor knife, nice and sharp, and very careful, of course, to not let it jump outside of the return. Now the duct tape you see here is just something that I like to do to isolate the system so I don't lose a lot of my vacuum pressure. And that's the installation of a Hayward return fitting.